Welcome back to California Live. Swimsuit season is looming, and if you're trying to drop a few pounds, when you eat might be just as important as what you eat or how much you eat. Our next guest writes about this in his new book, The MetFlex Diet: Burn Better Fuel, Burn More Fat. I like the sound of that. Author and weight loss expert Dr. Ian Smith joins me now. Doctor, welcome back to California Live.
Jess, always good to be here. Good to see you.
All right, it's so good to see you. So there are hundreds of metabolic disorders, and not many adults have optimal metabolic health. Can you explain? I keep saying the word metabolic health.
It's
Can
a
you
mouthful.
explain what this is and why it is such a concern to everyone?
Yes. So many people were asking me on Instagram and Facebook, why am I exercising well, eating well, and not losing weight? It's not because they're doing the wrong thing. It's because their metabolism is stuck. What do I mean by that? That means that your metabolism needs to be able to burn two major fuels, carbs and fats. Sometimes we burn carbs really well, but not fats. Sometimes fats really well and not carbs. That is a stuck metabolism. To unstick your metabolism, we want you to be able to burn whatever you see. So if you eat carbs, you can burn carbs. If you eat fats, you can burn fats. And this is a 6-week program that helps to unstick that metabolism so you're able to eat a variety of foods and lose weight at the same time and improve your metabolic health.
Okay, that's really interesting. So you also talk about metabolic flexibility. We can't just be like limber in our body. We have to have our metabolism be flexible. What exactly is metabolic flexibility?
In order to burn all the different types of food that you're going to eat, you got to see them. You got to be flexible. So if you're doing a program where there are no carbs, guess what? When you eat carbs, you're not going to be able to burn them efficiently. Same thing with fats. If you're only doing carbs and no fats, you're not going to burn the fats well. This is a program that says we're going to eat all this food. It's regular food. It's very affordable. Of course, it has to be tasty in order to do it. We have a Facebook group called MetFlex Diet, the name of the book that people should join at home. And in this group, we have people who've lost up to 14 to 16 pounds on average. They've lost 8 to 10 inches. We have some before and afters maybe that we can show people. But the beauty of it is that, for example, here's Lisa Davenport, who lost 17 pounds in 6 weeks. But also the inches. This is Jill Cordova. She lost 17 pounds and 11 inches. And this is Janice Way, who's down 19 pounds. So various sizes, various ages are in the program. They're in our Facebook group. And what people say is they can do this because the food is customizable. Every day on the plan is spelled out for you. So you can swap in and out based on the things that you like or if you have medical restrictions.
Yeah, and I like how you're incorporating everything. You're not omitting certain foods. Isn't that the whole point? You want to, it's moderation, right?
Well,
you want to add everything, a little bit of everything.
Who's going to stay on a program if they don't like the food or they can't afford the food? And so what you see here are some very simple things. Omelets, for example, with some veggies. You mentioned some carrots in there, some greens, some cheese. Pancakes and bacon, my favorite, by the way. But you know, you don't have this every single day, but this is part of the program that you can have sometimes.
Why not?
Well, we want to mix it up. We want to have, for example, some oatmeal. My sister-in-law, Jamie, made some great oatmeal with some blueberries in it. Sometimes you're going to have pizza, which is fine. Not all the time. But also you're going to have soup. This is a lentil soup. You may have a turkey club sandwich, yes, with some fries, because what we're doing here, Jess, is we're having carbs sometimes, and we're having fat. So we're going to spend 2 weeks of carb loading, and then 4 weeks of doing keto, but cycling in and out of keto. So 2 days of carbs, a little keto. Carb, a little keto. That allows your body to see both fats and carbs. You become flexible and you can start losing weight. And by the way, here,
this is exactly how the 6-week program works.
That's it. It's 6 weeks. It's very simple. Every day is spelled out for you. There are also some exercises in there. You don't need a gym membership. All the illustrations are in the book. Also, in my group, MetFlex Diet on Facebook, I exercise with you. So when you join this afternoon, I have a workout at 3:30 this afternoon with the group. So it's about exercise, it's about food, and it's also about support.
Okay, so how is it that people can actually have all of these things, pizza, alcohol, and still lose the weight?
Because it's when you do it. It's not always what you eat, it's when you eat it.
So when are you supposed to eat it?
So we are doing this within a certain time frame. So we're having an intermittent fasting, a little intermittent fasting. So 3 different types.
This whole fasting thing kills me.
Yes, it's great. But the fasting thing burns your fat. When you're fasting and you don't have food energy on board, your body uses the fat as energy, and that's why people who do IF.
What is the correct time frame? Because my husband and I were actually talking about this, and we fight about how long you're supposed to fat. I can't go more than like 4 hours without going bananas.
Well, actually, that's not true because you're sleeping more than 4 hours, and that's a fast, really.
But I wake up like starving.
So you're someone who should start your feeding window, your eating window early. But you should typically want to do, if you want really great results, 14 hours of a fast. And 10 hours, you eat all the food that you want, if you want to. But the book has different types of fast. There's also a 5-2 method. 5 days of normal eating, 2 days of low-calorie eating. And also there's a alternate day fast We're a normal day, 500 calories normal day. And there's also a workbook here, which is here. And I want people to realize that people who lose the most weight are able to journal or chart and keep track and have greater insight into what's working, what's not working. And people in our Facebook group who did this lost 25% more weight by doing that. So check out the MetFlex Diet Workbook. And like I said, I'm available. I'm here for you. So on Instagram, at Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out. I'll answer your DMs. And on Facebook, MetFlex Diet, that's our group. So,
well, I think everyone needs to just follow him and actually do the workout with you, because if you don't do it with you, then we're not going to be able to be held accountable.
And we're going to have some fun while we lose weight. That's the key.
Well, isn't that the whole point? Who wants to like lose weight and not have fun while you're doing that?
Life's too short.
You got to have fun all the time. Well, Dr. Ian Smith, thank you so much for joining us. Really great food, really great tips. And make sure to pick up the MetFlex Diet. Burn better fuel, burn more fat, available now. And from